Welcome to Robyn's Roost. Today I'm going to be sharing a card that I received as a swap from Susan Birch, a fellow demonstrator and friend. And she actually, it was a Christmas card using the Walk in the Forest designer series paper, which is really a cool pack of paper because it's $12.50 for the pack, and $3 of that actually gets donated to I believe it's Toys for Tots or another organization like that, where they help children celebrate the holidays. Give them toys or gifts. So this is it. I thought it was kind of fun. I started out making another card exactly like hers. Of course, I didn't have any embellishments on mine. I'm kind of not always an embellishment girl, but what I wanted to do was change it more into a masculine birthday card using the same stamp set. So let me just flip the camera and we'll get started. First, before we get started on the card, I just wanted to show you this designer series paper called A Walk in the Woods. And it isn't on sale right now on the last chance products, but it is going to go away. And as of this filming, it's still available. I just wanted to show you the designs in it. So we've got kind of some just plain stripes. We've got lots of wintry, snowy, Christmassy type things. Here's some snowflakes, which wouldn't have to be Christmas. This particular piece is pretty much Christmas, and these have been cut down to 6 by 6, but the paper comes actually in 12 by 12. And we've got, these snowballs. That's the one that Susan used on her card. Those could certainly be used for winter cards, not necessarily Christmas. You have some cute bears. Now, some of these bears will actually punch out with the bear punch that goes with the Berry Christmas bundle, which is a stamp set and a punch that cuts out that bear. This one is pretty Christmassy. This could be anything, and that's what we'll be using on the card that I'm making. And these actually aren't even necessarily, they have the white background, but it could just be a forest, right? And I'm going to be cutting out some of these trees from this paper and the bear. Now, I did have to fussy cut my bears because I don't have that punch. And here's another paper that would be great for masculine cards, just little like tree shapes. So to start, there's two pieces to your base, and I've kind of got everything all stacked up here. So your main card base is going to be 10 inches long by 5.5. So it does use pretty much a whole sheet of cardstock for the base, where a typical card you're going to get 2 out of it, but you have a little piece left over to use for something. And then you're going to score it at 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. So then this is going to get folded in an accordion, right? An accordion. And it looks like I didn't have that quite square. Let me just pull in a bone folder to see if we can kind of straighten her out a little. So then we're going to need 2 pieces of the designer series paper, whichever pattern you choose, and they are going to be 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, and they're going to get adhered. And remember, this is going to be more of a birthday card, not a Christmas card, so I'm using the more generic patterns. So right on the front, and then if it opened up, you're going to do it here. Now you could actually put more of these strips in here if you wanted to have, you know, these back pieces, because you will kind of see part of that. And then we need an inside piece that is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Now this is a little bit narrower than a typical card. It's like a 1/4 inch narrower. So you ended up with a 4-inch base here instead of a 4 1/4. I think it was done probably just so that the measurements were all easier to work out. Okay, so now pretty much that's our base for this card. Then we have this fold over piece that's going to go here, and this piece is actually 6 inches. Sorry about that. This piece is actually 6 inches by 3 inches and then scored at 3. So you're going to have like a 3-inch piece on each side. And you can go ahead and adhere that to your card whenever you want. Actually, let's go ahead and decorate it first. So I have two pieces of just plain white. Now this one I have embossed with a I think it was called Winter Snowflakes or something. It's a retired embossing folder, but you know, any woodsy embossing folder, you know, maybe one with pine needles or snowflakes, some wood grain. There is one called Snowflake Magic. It's in the holiday catalog. I don't remember the name of it, and I don't have it, so that's why I was using one that I already had. So, you know, that's another thing. You can always look at what you have in your stash and find something that'll work, right? Switch it up, use a different designer series paper, use some different colored cardstock, make what you have work. Okay, so there is that. And then I decided I would take and cut out some little, these are the pine trees from the piece that I cut the bear out of. And so I had these odd pieces left over. And heck, I don't like to waste those little pieces of paper, right? Use whatever we can. I'm getting better at throwing away scraps, but I'm still a little bit of a hoarder on paper. So I am just going to put this right in the corner. And then I want this to be a birthday card, but I'm going to put my birthday greeting on the back, the happy birthday. And right here, I want to put, "You're the best ever." So this is going to be on this piece. I just love that font. I'm kind of a fussy font girl. So then here, on the front part of this, I have my bear that if I had the punch, I would have punched out with the punch. And then I had another little bit of trees. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I might just leave him plain, because it ended up with this embossing folder. The pattern that I use has kind of a nice star right there. And we could maybe find some little embellishments to add. Susan used some fun sequins on hers. So there's our bear. And then we're just going to put this right here, kind of tucked into the fold. So I'm going to put like 2 strips right close to the edge. And I'm just going to push this all the way in. And you could stick it out more if you wanted. I noticed on Susan's, she had hers out a little further from the edge, but I'm going to put mine in there. So then when you open this, you see the inside and the bear. Looks like I need to put a little liquid glue under his paw there. And then in here, I'm going to add a couple of these trees that I just fussy cut out of that A Walk in the Woods designer series paper. And then I have my birthday greeting, which I think I forgot to mount. So I'm taking the greetings. This is my go-to stamp set for greetings right now. It's called The Very Best Occasions. It is out of the annual catalog. And it has a couple of Christmas ones and then just some general, you know, year-round kind of stuff, like birthdays, and a nice sympathy one in there as well. So pulling in the birthday, and we're just going to use that same shaded spruce. Now I used a old olive base, so I could have gone with the old olive, but I kind of like the shaded spruce. It's nice and dark, which is really funny because when shaded spruce first came out, I hated it. I did not like that color. I don't know. It's grown on me over the years. So then I have my double oval punch, which is kind of fun because it gives you the nice layers. So we'll just punch out the words, and then I'm going to see how a pecan pie layer looks underneath it, because we're going for the woodsy look, right, for a birthday card. So, and I'm just going to do this all flat because this is a card that I'm thinking I will mail, and I like to keep things a little bit flatter when I'm going to mail them. Now if you were making it for a girl, you could add a little ribbon underneath this, but I'm thinking more of a guy card. So I like to go a little bit lighter on the ribbon and, you know, hoo-ha. So do we want to put it, let's see, where is it going to show? Let's do it right up here so it will show when the card is closed. And then we'll go ahead and add these in. And this is using, you know, not a lot of different things, right? It's mostly, we're doing it with the designer series paper. And there's a lot of papers that you could do this with too. Okay. So there we go. So let's see, which way do I have to go? Left and right here. So here's our inside, right? You see it kind of opened. And then this would stand up really nicely with this accordion fold. And I think we're going to have to find some gems. I don't have any handy right here, but something a little shiny to go with this snowflake. Anyways, hope you like this, and go ahead and try it with some different stamps and or these stamps and designer series paper. And like I said, this paper, $3, gets donated for a good cause, Toys for Tots or some other organizations like that. And so you get something you like, and you also give something. It's kind of a feel-good thing. So hope you have a great day and you enjoyed this card. Thanks for stopping by at the Roost.